Morning, everybody. My name's Audrey. My husband, Matt. We have been married 27 years this fall. For about 20 of those years, I was obese. I'm a registered nurse, like Shirley, and I knew what happens, like she said, to people who are obese over a long term. And that obesity became about as a result of just bad habits. Early on in our marriage, fell into some bad habits, sleeping late, working second shift, both of us, eating out a lot, no exercise. Put on some pounds quickly, went on to have 2 pregnancies, have 2 little girls, and found myself in my late 20s, early 30s, 100 pounds overweight. And I'm desperate to change that because I knew what that meant for me in the long term. And I was beginning to see not only, I was still young enough that I was getting away with it. I didn't really have any health issues, but it was starting to affect my mind. I was had some anxiety. I think Jamie mentioned that. Nervousness. Didn't want to put myself out there in front of anybody. Didn't want anyone to see me. So I'm a very social, outgoing person, and I found myself avoiding social situations. And I knew this is a problem. And these 2 little girls are watching me. They're watching their mom, and I know I need to lead well. I wanted to lead well. I wanted to be a mom who was fit and active and healthy and going on, roller coasters with them. And I saw a point in my life where that wasn't going to be able to happen. But it took an incident to really kind of just, shake me and wake me up. This was when my youngest was in 5th grade. She, Meg, very outgoing kid, talks to everybody. Evidently, still does. Evidently, there was chatter on the playground. The kids all knew me. I was a classroom mom, so I was there a lot. And I guess, as younger kids do, they're talking about their moms, and the conversation came around to Meg's mom. And one of the little kids looked at Meg and said to her, "Meg, your mom is just fat and ugly." And that got back to me because Meg was so hurt by that. Meg was so angry. And as she relayed the story to me reluctantly, I realized she didn't see me like that. She didn't see her mom as fat and ugly. But I knew a time was coming when she probably would. And that I would be an embarrassment to my daughter. And I did not want that. And man, the words of that little 5th grade punk really hurt me. But I want to thank that kid. If I see him someday, I never have seen him since. He changed my life because those words pushed me and motivated me, and I started looking for something that would work. And it wasn't because I had never tried before. We tried just about everything out there. Like Jamie said, there was no long-term success until I found this program. I went on to lose 100 pounds. I started reluctantly, but I lost the weight. That was about 5 years ago, and we have maintained a healthy lifestyle since that time. Not without effort, there is work involved. And I do love the health transformation. That's amazing. What I'm able to do physically, the confidence, that's amazing. But like I said before, my kids were always my why. They're still my why. It's why I still keep striving and pushing. And what this has done for us, not only in a health transformation, but as coaches, the lifestyle transformation it's given us, it's pretty remarkable. The freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. Our girls are now in college, both of them. One graduates from university next Saturday and gets married in the fall. And because I work very part-time as a registered nurse, Matt's full-time at home, we have a lot of time freedom. We can travel, we can go to wherever they're gonna be, which currently is Cedarville, Ohio. So just about 2-3 weeks ago, I got to do what every mom of little girls dreams of doing, that is we went wedding dress shopping. My youngest daughter, my mom, myself, went out to where my oldest daughter is. Took the weekend, because we could, actually weekend plus, longer than weekend, and went wedding dress shopping, and she found the perfect dress. And I could just toss my Amex down because I knew this is provided for that. It's been such a blessing. I didn't have that gut check where oh my gosh, I can't buy that perfect dress that she wanted. It was such freedom. And Matt at home got the little Amex notification that the major purchase just happened in Cedarville, Ohio. And he was happy to pay that because he knew his little girl just found her perfect dress. So that's just one example, and I'll let Matt tell a bit more.
Well, and Audrey's journey started with a Facebook post. She saw a friend that had always struggled, and she really was transforming her life. And that inspired Audrey just to reach out and to learn more. And she started this. She started on this first, and me being the supportive husband that I am, I wanted nothing to do with this whatsoever. Because we've been down the road. We have tried everything, crazy, crazy things. But after about a week and a half on program, Audrey got to a strong fat burn, and the shift happened. And she started to believe. She started to believe in her. Shirley always believed for us. She told us that. You don't have to believe, I'm going to believe it for you. Audrey started to believe, and she came to me with total conviction and said, Matt, I'm not going to lose weight. I'm going to get to my goal. I'm going to do it. And I thought, I don't want to be left behind. So started stealing her Crunch Bars. And then I got our program. And I went on to lose 50 pounds in about 4.5 months. I owned my own company at the time. Financially, I was really providing for our family. I was the worship leader at our church, very, very busy. But as I really started to get into this program, and I got healthy physically, and I really dived into the support and the habits of health in the community, I started to pretty quickly realize that some of my numbers were looking fantastic on that well-being evaluation. Other ones were bottom. I was bottoming out. I was bottoming out mentally because of the stress of my job. And I wanted to make a change. Wasn't sure what that was going to be. Well, when you lose 150 pounds collectively, you can't hide that. So a lot of people were just asking, because we were doing what so many people are desperate to do. And so we took a look at coaching and had great mentorship. I was able to leave that crazy job of mine. I've been a full-time coach now since 2013. So what that has meant for us is that we have not only financial freedom, but we have time. We have time to do the things that matter most to us. And that is, a big part of that is our girls. We were there for our girls. We were able to chaperone their trips all through high school. Because before, the rare times that I was home, I was usually not in a very good mood. I wasn't being that dad that I always thought I wanted to be. And what this has done is given us that full, what we call the trilogy: healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy finances. And we are so, so very grateful and blessed for the life that we have gained because of this, because Audrey said yes and took a chance, terrified. And I'll just leave you with this. Your story can be the key to lock somebody else's prison. Because that friend shared her progress, it unlocked Audrey's prison, and it set us on a trajectory that we never saw coming. We're so very thankful.